people, what I'm here to clarify about is the clip that has been circulating. Tell us about the clip is what you are waiting for. Tell us about the clip. Then there is a question. Tell us about J. Israel. And there is who is the owner of the house. So I'm gonna start by explaining about J. Israel. I was dating J. Israel for a few months. It might come as a shock to many people. It was not a relationship that I did hide from those who were close to me. It was a relationship that those who are close to me knew about. That even Mr. Mashangwa was aware of, whether he approved or not. Okay, thank you for the comments that are coming. Okay, so yes, I was in a relationship with J. Israel. We dated for a few months. If people are to ask me, what was your relationship all about? It was a normal relationship, just like any other person. I mean, we are not gonna try and act holy or try and act, I hope I'm talking to people who are not holier than thou. I haven't been with my husband for close to 2 years now, and this was my first relationship since I left my husband. And people would ask me, why J. Israel of all the people? I think I have always felt that I want to be a child of God. I want to know God at a better level, and I felt that a relationship with a man of God or with someone who is trying to restart their lives in the path of God was also going to encourage me in the walk of Christ. And some people say J. Israel did confess that he was in the occult. So how did you end up with him? To me, J. Israel did tell me about where he was coming from. He did tell me about where he was trying to go with his life. And I believed that he wanted to be, to make it right with God. And I felt like I wanted to help him in that walk back to Christ, because we all have fallen short of the glory of God. I had no reason to judge him. I had no reason to deny him. I had no reason to crucify him. If he came saying he wanted to rededicate his life to Christ, I was happy with that explanation. Therefore, I decided that yes, there was nothing wrong with me being in a relationship with him. So our relationship started. Did he love me? Yes, he did love me a lot. Was he there for me? Yes, he was there for me. Did I see the change in him? Yes, I did see the change in him. But I also understood that for someone who was in the occult world, coming back to Christ, it's a journey. We all know we are all coming from different backgrounds where we don't know Christ, and we give our life back to Christ, and it's not like something that will happen just like that. So I understood that it was going to be a battle, there were things that he was going to struggle with, and I was willing to help him through whatever struggles that he was going to face. And I will be honest with you, he was open. He was very open. He's an open to me. He was an open person. He did tell me about the things that he would struggle with, and we would pray about it together. And I felt he was really trying to come back to Christ. But just like any other journey, there are things that happens along the way. Because if I explain my relationship with J. Israel and people get to understand this relationship, it's gonna help to understand how we ended up with the clip. I hope you understand. So along my journey with J. Israel, some things changed, and I felt that I no longer wanted the relationship. And I'm here to apologize to J. Israel. If he's watching, I'm here to apologize to J. Israel. I'm here to say I know the emotions that you invested in our relationship. I know how dedicated you were in our relationship. I know everything that you tried to do for me, because I understand that because of the sacrifices that you made in this relationship, we are where we are today because you are not happy. Allow me to play a bit of conversations that I've had with J. Israel so that you may understand where I'm coming from. I never did try to blackmail Prophet Makandiwa. That was staged. For what, I'm going to explain later. I saw Evidence Chari writing that I'm into drug trafficking. All these are things that are being done to tarnish my name, to tarnish my image. I have always been a businesswoman known for cosmetics. If I started at 22 and I'm 40 now, I do not see any reason why I should be selling drugs today. I've never been associated with that. And I know that at one point, because of my relationship with J. Israel, it became a coming together of people to try and bring me down. I'm going to play to you a few audios of my conversations with J. Israel. And I'm just praying to J. Israel, wherever he is, that I'm playing these recordings not to hurt your feelings, but to bring clarity and to apologize to you about why you then had to say on your live broadcast, I framed Prophet Makandiwa together with Prophet Angel. J. Israel, you know that I do not know Prophet Angel. I have never spoken to, I think the last time I spoke to Prophet Angel, he was actually negotiating on behalf of Prophet Makandiwa so that it might not continue as a legal battle. And when I spoke to Prophet Angel, he didn't have my number. Mudiwa is the one who came with his phone to my office and said, can you talk to Prophet Angel? So to date, I don't have Prophet Angel's number. I've never spoken to him. I was just as shocked to hear J. Israel saying this was staged, this was a trip that was organized by Angel and Blessing. And I'm here to tell you the truth, that no, it was not true. So I'm going to play a few voice notes from J. Israel so that you may understand where I'm coming from. Can I have the other phone? I'm sorry for not being organized. Like I said, this is my first time to do it. So I'm not so sure the right way to do it or anything. But I'm gonna start by the first audio.
I don't know that you're not the easiest of people. In general, I'm not the easiest.
I might not be the easiest of people to deal with, but I'm blessing. All I ever did to you is to give you love.
You
I
loved
give you
me.
kindness.
You did.
I give you happiness.
You did.
I loved you.
You
I
did.
loved you with all my heart.
I don't know. Can you confirm to me if you managed to hear the first clip of my conversation? Maybe you can bring the speaker closer. I just want you to confirm to me if you can hear the voice notes that I'm playing for you. Hello? Can you please confirm to me if you can hear the voice notes that I'm trying to play for you? Please confirm. These are some of the goals.
You're not the easiest of people. In general, I'm not the easiest.
I might not be the easiest of people to deal with, but I'm blessing. All I ever did to you is to give you love.
You loved me.
Kindness.
You did.
I gave you happiness.
You did.
I loved you.
You
I
did.
loved you with all my heart.
You had my conversation with Jay Israel. He was pouring out his heart that all I ever did was to love you, and all I ever did is I wanted to see you happy. This is where the problem started. I'll go to the next conversation.
Even when Miss kept on asking me,
Where did we miss it?
what do you want? What do you want? I mean, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What do you want from this woman? I said, listen, you don't understand. You don't get it. She understands me. We get along. I love the conversations. I love the fact that she's mature enough to understand the type of person I am. You know?
So where did we miss it? Where did
You thought
we
otherwise of me,
miss
and
it?
that hurt me very bad. You thought otherwise.
So what do you want me to do now? What can I do? What do you want me to do? Is revenge the best? Is revenge the best?
Do you hear the part where I asked him, is revenge the best? I just want to converse with you. I just want to understand that you can hear me. Did you hear the part where I asked him, is revenge the best? So if you had that that part, because of what Jay thought it was, I abandoned him. He clearly told me that he was going to revenge. He was going to bring me down. He was going to do everything in his power to make sure that he was going to crush my reputation, and he was going to bring me down. I'm going to play that part where he actually said that by himself. Many people are saying Jay Israel is 28. Anyone who knows Jay Israel would know that Jay Israel is not 28. Jay Israel is 34. And I didn't see any problem with our age difference of 6 years, because basically to me he actually was more mature than I am. But the point of the matter is, I'm sure you are all here to understand how we ended up with a clip which purported like we wanted to frame Prophet Makandiwa, and how we ended up with a public fallout with Jay Israel. And that's what I'm explaining about my relationship, that I do believe that he did love me. He might be a player to a lot of people, but I know very well when someone is being genuine. He was genuine. And I know that I'm in this situation because of my own doing, because when someone invests their emotions and then you want to get out of it before they are ready, people react differently. and J. Israel reacted differently. I'll play some of the clips that he sent me.
Do you really know what you are doing? What you are doing? You did to me. You don't know what you did to me.
No.
You don't know what you did to me.
Don't tell me about what I did to you.
Do you know what hurts me the most? Is that each time we talk, the other day I actually said, you know what, I miss you. And I meant it. Whether you say it's deception or what, listen, that's not my business. When I said, you know what, I think I really miss you. I meant it. I really meant it. Take it the way you want to take it, think whatever you want to think. Look, for me to have a live broadcast, if I want to talk about Makandiwa, I can talk about him myself without even bringing any guest on it. I can talk about him for the next 4 months without even bringing anybody, you know? Without even bringing anyone to come and be a guest. I can do that. So for you to think I'm saying I miss you because I want you to come live with me, that's so low of you. That's so low of you. If I want to talk about that guy, I can do my live broadcast and have 10,000 people watching me and talk about him and release whatever that I want to do with evidence, the same way that I did with Alcohol. You know? I can talk. If I want to do it, I can do it. So for you to say, oh, that's deception, who do you think you are? Who do you think you are?
So in short, what I can say is my fallout, the way our relationship ended up with J. Israel did threaten me and did tell me that because I invested my emotions in you, I'm going to bring you down. Later on my Instagram account, because I feel better when I'm on Instagram. I think I feel more comfortable when I'm on Instagram. This Facebook, I just had to try it and not let down the people I had promised that I was coming. But I think I'm better off on Instagram. I'm going to play the voice notes. They're going to be loading on my Instagram, and you can hear everything that he said to me. He was going to bring down my legacy. And I believe everything that was done on his live broadcast to say it was blessing an angel, I will not bring out any names, but I think it is very clear where all that came from, which means there is a common enemy who wants blessing down and who wants angel down for whatever purpose. I do not know. I'm here. The clip that was done, that was staged, because when I left UFI, I had people from the Makandiwa family that I still talk to up to now. I know that there is, I will not mention a name, but my family knows that there's a pastor in UFI, close to Prophet Makandiwa, a brother actually to Prophet Makandiwa, who I always go to whenever I've got a problem. And every time I've gone to him with a problem, he has always solved it. Then they came to me and they said, you are dating J. Israel. We know he wants to do a live for Prophet Makandiwa. What do you think he wants to talk about? And because I was not in the relationship with J. Israel to ask him about his lives, I told him, I don't know what he's going to talk about. Then they highlighted, there's a rumor that he wants to talk about Prophet Makandiwa's small houses. And I said, is it possible that Prophet would have small houses? Then they said to me, can you just fish out? Are you able to throw in the idea that you were once Makandiwa's small house, just to pick his mind and see what he's trying to get at by saying he has got small houses? You can tell that recording was done where I was very relaxed, and you can tell that was something that I didn't think it was going to go anywhere with the way I was seated. I was seated with Jay in a casual way because to me he was my man. But if people have got sense, if you look at the way Jay Israel was seated, he wasn't sitting like my lover. It only clicked when this recording went viral. He was actually interviewing me. He was actually like, he was in an interview. The way I sit with Jay Israel, we don't sit like that. I think sometimes I'll sit on his lap. Sometimes I'll put my legs on his feet. Sometimes, you know how lovers sit. But on that particular day, when I saw the videos now circulating, it made sense. He was actually very composed. He was actually looking like he was interviewing like he never knew me. And what is shocking is the lounge where that interview was done. It was done in my house, which Jay Israel is the one who was staying in this house. Although it is my house and he was staying here, he was not staying here for free. He was renting. So we cannot say I was taking care of Jay Israel. No, it would be wrong to give that impression. He was actually the one who was taking care of me. He was the one who was actually trying to help me. But the point that I'm trying to bring out is I didn't have as much access into this house. It was actually Jay Israel's house until about 3 weeks ago. That's when he left this house. And so you can ask for yourself that if it was Jay Israel's house and me, I was a visitor in this house because he had gotten me another place, how then did the cameras got to be in the house? Yes, I did mention that my Chari came to my house in March. It is true, she did come. I know that Jay Israel and Evidence Chari, they do talk, yes. But the point I'm trying to bring out is I didn't bring those cameras. When I was doing that, questioning Jay Israel, I was actually trying to pick up his mind and trying to see how far he would go to bring down Prophet Makandiwa. I'm going to actually post on my story all the voice notes, all my messages with him. Even on the day of the live, I told him, Jay, don't do it. Not Makandiwa. Even the last broadcast, I thought he was also coming to talk about Makandiwa. I told him, Jay, not Makandiwa. So it finally clicked to me that there must have been a deal somewhere, because he had already mentioned that he was on a mission to bring me down. He must have put the cameras, because if a man says, I'm going to bring you down because I loved you, I invested all my emotions in you, and you left me. I understand the level of bitterness that he has. And yes, he has done a lot. He has gone to so many places trying to destroy my name. As you could see, he brought bouncers to my house yesterday trying to intimidate me, because he knows he did put those cameras and he was doing it with someone who was trying to impress Prophet Makandiwa. I don't know if Prophet Makandiwa was part of this, but because Jay Israel had a mission to bring me down, and this person also had a mandate to please their father, they came together and say, okay, have this discussion with her, lead her on, and we'll leak the footages and say she is like that. I want people to know that I gave UFIC $1 million. I'm not rich, but I managed to give UFIC that much money. There is no reason for me at all to try and blackmail Prophet Makandiwa. I've been in court with Prophet Makandiwa for 3 years. If I wanted to blackmail him, I would have done that a long time ago. So this is my story. I'm here to apologize to Prophet Makandiwa. I'm here to apologize to Prophetess Makandiwa. I'm here to apologize even to Evidence Chari and the wife. I'm here to apologize. I'm here to apologize to Jay Israel. I'm here to apologize to everyone, all of you who felt offended by the circulating video. And I'm here to say it was not real. Those were not the intentions. It was not for that. And I think I will continue with my interview because I said I was not good at lies. I'm going to have a proper interview, which I'm going to have with another company. If people really want the V11s and all that, you can tune in on that one, which I'm going to do. And I hope for today I have answered what people wanted to know. Was I ever Makandiwa's second wife? Hell no. I was never Prophet Makandiwa's second wife. How? It's not possible. Even in those recordings, you heard me telling Jay that no, Prophet Makandiwa is not like that. I never said anything bad about Prophetess Ruth. I was just thinking I was helping someone who had said, can you fish his mind? And yet they knew they'd already arranged with Jay to sink me. I don't know whether it is about the lawsuit or the what, I don't know. I don't know. Any questions? I will try to... No, some people are saying, are you trying to apologize to Chari because of what he said? No. Chari to me, not that I've got pride, Chari to me is just a child. I think Chari is young. I've actually never contacted him, but I've got a screenshot which I'm going to post on my story where he was threatening Jay. So I know that everything that Jay ended up doing emanated from that screenshot that came from Chari, telling Jay that Jay had to play it the way he wanted it to be done. So no, I'm not afraid of Chari at all. And some of you are asking, tell us about drugs. Arkwitwana Jay. Okay, let me clarify about the drugs. Jay is not into drugs, but Jay stays with people in his house. He has got 2 guys that he stays with in his house, and these guys are hooked on drugs. So when I was saying I'm busy clearing drugs out of this house, I didn't mean that they were his drugs, no. But I was trying to put across a message that with the journey that you want to do of back to Christ, I think you should help the brothers that you're staying with not to continue with this lifestyle. No, Jay is not on drugs. Does Jay drink? Yes, Jay does drink. And you have to understand, like I said, that Jay is coming from a background where he confessed to everyone that he used to be in the occult world, he used to drink, he used to do this and that. So I do understand that it wasn't gonna be a once-off thing that you cannot wake up one day and just say, I'm no longer drinking. But it is about the frequency of drinking. I think I could say once in 2 weeks, maybe when he's so stressed, that's when I would see him drink. But most of the times, I saw Jay trying to be a better person. I saw his struggles trying to be a better person. And what I will tell you about Jay, when I started my life, I was playing a worship song. Jay is a worshiper. Jay can spend hours, a whole night, worshiping. He is a man who is trying, but maybe trying in the wrong way. Because the way I felt the back to Christ ended up being like, it ended up diverting his vision, because he was the only one exposing people in South Africa. He was the only one exposing. He exposed Lukau, he exposed Bushiri, he exposed Omotoso, and all the things that he brought were facts. But you know, sometimes people do get tempted. I saw people now bringing some stories to him to do live broadcasts. Yes, it was wrong. I don't know his reasons for maybe doing favors for these people to bring down other men of God, whether he believed they also deserved to be brought down. But basically, he's back to Christ. He started it well. He started it with a good heart and good intentions. But along the way, something went wrong. And I believe that he will go back on track. And people are asking, there are a lot of cases of women that are coming about saying a lot of things about Jay. In the whole time that I was with Jay, I do not see how he could have been with any other woman. I think the women that are coming now are women that are being paid now to bring him down. These are women from way back, and he tried to go to many places with me to avoid actually being in scandals of women. And he did mention that it's another area that he was struggling with. He struggles with anger. He's a short-tempered person. He's struggling with his life from way back. And yes, so I don't think that issues of women that are coming are true. Then people are asking me, other questions are, Jay Israel has got Bentleys, Jay Israel has got these Porsche Panameras, Jay Israel has got top of the range cars. Were you with Jay for his money? Definitely no. Yes, he has got his cars. Yes, he has got his assets. Yes, he is doing well, but I wasn't with him because I want a Bentley. I'm happy with my life. I'm happy with my Range Rovers. And yes, there were times he felt like he didn't want to drive his cars because it reminded him of the life where he was coming from. He would use my car most of the time, and he had his cars parked most of the time. I wasn't with him for his money. Yes, there are voice notes where he's confirming that I did take care of you, I did pay for your bills. I wasn't with him for the money. And what other questions do I have here? Okay, I'm trying to go through some of the things that you are saying. Are we over with Jay? Yes, we are very, very over with Jay. Are we getting back together? No, we are never going back together. Am I protecting him? No, I'm not protecting him. Am I going to walk away from his life? Yes, I'm going to walk away from his life. Are there things that I know about Jay that I may want to say? Yes, he is a man who confided in me about a lot of things. He has got a lot of things that he told me from his past. Am I willing to share those things? No, I'm not willing to share those things. Why? Because it is not my place to share what he shared with me in confidence. Has he threatened me with nudes? Yes, he did threaten me with nudes. Did he say he was going to publish them? Yes, he said he was going to publish them. And I gave him the go-ahead to do that because remember, I have my own values. He has got his own values. When I'm in a relationship with someone, whatever I do with that person is between me and him. And whatever he wants to do with his life, whether he wants to publish the nudes, it is fine. He can go ahead and publish. I'm not afraid of that. Yes. I am. What else? I didn't. People are saying, did you mess up with his emotions? Yes, like I said, he did cry and explained that I did love you.
You know what hurts me the most? Is that each time we talk, the other day I actually said, I don't know what you did to me. You don't know what you did to me.
No.
You don't know what you did to me.
Don't tell me about what I did to you.
Yes, he's confirming. You know what you did to me. You messed me up. Because of you, I'm a mess.
You don't know what you're doing. According to me, I could see that you don't know what you're doing. And you don't know the person you're dealing with.
Here he was threatening me.
We were in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
We were in love with each other.
We were in love with each other.
I loved you.
Blessing, I loved you.
You know that. What?
All I ever wanted to see was a smile on your face.
All I ever wanted to see was a smile on your face.
Everything I did was because I wanted to see you smile.
Don't say that.
At the end of the day, because I'm staying in your house, you're making me feel like I'm using you to stay in your house, but I'm paying for it.
So you can hear he's confirming he was paying. Listen to this voice note again. He is confirming that I did destroy his life because he loved me and I walked away.
I could see that you don't know what you're doing. And you don't know the person you're dealing with. You don't know. We were in a relationship. We were in love with each other. Blessing, I loved you.
I loved you too. You know that. What?
All I ever wanted to see was a smile on your face and nothing else. Everything I did was because I wanted to see you smile.
Don't say that.
At the end of the day, because I'm staying in your house, you're making me feel like I'm using you to stay in your house, but I'm paying for it.
I'm not trying to get back at Jay. I spent the whole day taking stock, and I went through all the voice notes. People might say you are here trying to protect Jay. At the end of the day, I want you to understand that I am a human. I know how relationships are. I know how they can end if you end it when someone is not ready. You heard him confirming. All I ever wanted was to make you happy. All I ever wanted was to put a smile on your face. I loved you. People didn't even understand why I loved you, but I did love you. I sacrificed everything I could to love you. Yes, Jay, if you are listening, I did take stock. And when you said, I'm going to destroy you for destroying my life, because when you left, I got lost. I didn't know who I was. I went back to my wild ways because I didn't know how to numb the pain. I understand what you are saying, Jay. And I'm sorry. I really am very sorry that I walked away from this relationship. You sacrificed a lot. Yes, you did renovate a penthouse for me. And I think at the end of the day, I'm here to say fighting with people is not worth it. It's not worth it. I think sometimes it is better to preserve the memories than to tear each other apart. I'm here to say, Jay, yes, even your mother did come to me and told me Jay is a better person now because you are in his life. And yes, from the time I said I'm walking away from you, I have been watching everything you've done on social media. You have made a lot of mistakes. You have been with videos coming out with hookers, video coming out fighting with people. And yes, you did call me and said, all this is because you walked away out of my life after sacrificing everything to be with you. I'm here to say, Jay, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to break you. I also did love you. I actually did love you a lot. You may not know. It was not one way. You feel like I used you. I wanted to enjoy your Bentleys. I wanted to enjoy your Porsches. I wanted to enjoy your cars. You did offer me a G-Wagon, which I refused, and I said, no, not now. So you know I wasn't in it for the money. I was in it for you, and you know, I wanted to see you become a better person. And you know, I used to pray for you, and you know, I did tell my father about you. I did tell my sisters about you. I was not playing you. And no, I was not with you for your money. I was not with you for your money. I want to apologize to Mama, Jay Israel's mom. You took me in as your own daughter. You loved me. You cared for me in a way that I can never explain. Up to now, I do not believe that there can be a woman who can love a daughter who is not hers like that. I'm sorry that I had to walk away. I had my reasons why I decided to walk away, reasons that are personal to me. I want to apologize to Prophet Makandiwa, and I want to say to Prophet Makandiwa and Prophetess Makandiwa, when I was in your ministry, I was very faithful to you. There were times you would call me to your house for dinner. I would sit with you on your table. You would talk about deep things. You never heard about any of those things coming out. That's how loyal I was to you. And when I wrote you a letter asking you that we may talk, and you decided to take it legal, you destroyed my life. Because I felt that you were people of God, and I believed that as people of God, you had a heart of solving matters amicably. But instead of solving the matters amicably with me, you said we would take you to court. And the brutality that you brought upon my family, I fear church because of you, Prophet Makandiwa. I fear churches. I fear going to church because of what you did to me. You destroyed the person that I was. I felt like you being the one who was called by God. You were the one who was supposed to show me the love of Christ, because me, I'm a Christian. I'm not called. You are the one who is supposed to show me the way. You used to preach about peace on the pulpit. You used to preach about, solving things amicably. But Prophet Makandiwa and Prophetess, you destroyed my soul. You destroyed my faith. You made me question a lot of things about God, until I met pastors who were willing to pray with me to the journey of healing, because the damage that you did to my life, it can only take God to restore me. I didn't sue you, Prophet Makandiwa. I wrote you a letter which came through Mutamangira and Associates, asking you if we could talk. And you brought your lawyers and said, we don't want to talk to you. We want to give you back your money as long as you have got receipts. When I brought out the receipts and you saw that all the $1 million US, the receipts were there, you know what you started doing to me. I'm not willing to talk about it because of one person in your family who remained very faithful to me. Your brother was very faithful to me. He kept on showing me brethren love. Every time I was depressed, I would call him. I don't want to mention his name because you know I've got only one brother of yours that I talk to. Up to now, even last month, I was talking to him. Every time I had a problem, I would go to your brother. Even when my parents had a problem, I would go to your brother. And your brother would do everything in his power to solve problems in my family. Because of that, I would rather preserve the relationship that I have with him and apologize to you, Prophet and Prophetess Makandiwa. Although you know what you did to me, I'm sorry for whatever reason that made you want to attack me the way you attacked me in public. Honestly, what I wanted from you is for you, it had to be your turn. After being loyal to you, I expected that it was your turn to be also loyal to me. Whatever you were not happy with, I wanted you to tell me what you were not happy with and solve it amicably. My problems with Prophet Magaya, yes, the problem with Prophet Magaya, he's a humble, to me, he was humble. He came personally, Prophet Magaya. Personally, after everything he did to my family, sending police people to beat up my children, Prophet Magaya came by himself to me and knelt down and said, I'm sorry. So I think this is my story. Whatever story is out there, it is their story. This is my story. I hope you have been answered. Thank you and good night.